Oh God! See, we're avoiding the Pluto Goofy dilemma, and now here we are.
Hey, you added Franklin.
It's amazing how some species can diverge and evolve.
Yes.
Welcome back to the adventure. I'm Emma Quinn, and I'm the game master facilitating the world.
Hello, I'm Damek, and I am playing Samuel.
Hi, I'm Dabbles, and I'm playing Bata, the bear barbarian. Comes from the lands up north, and he is exploring worlds outside of his homeland.
I am Pony. I will be playing Therrin the Sergal, who has a lust for adventure and is definitely not a rogue.
I'm Hawk. I'm playing Arden, a talented and brilliant mage coming from the capital of Atlas.
Okay, where does everyone want to go on the boat?
Well, Therrin, I suppose you're without a room as well. There's room on the wagon if you'd like to join me for some peace and quiet.
I'm not leaving the Dragon's Tear alone for a second.
And that's why you can join me in the wagon.
You want to be talking about this right outside her door?
Right outside all the
I'm
doors.
sure we've walked away.
We
I'm
never
asking
said
you
it,
where you want to
actually.
be.
Yeah.
I'm making a beeline to the, not like running, but just sort of like, that's my next destination.
The wagon?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, in that case, I'm going to make a little...
Addition.
I guess we've never really established where the tier was, but is it okay to assume that we left it in the wagon?
I believe your statement it was on your person unless otherwise stated.
That was my understanding.
I believe last session Ema also indicated briefly that this boat does not have sails.
Yeah.
That is correct.
Just a note.
So where are we going?
I'm going back to the wagon.
Are we all going back to the wagon?
Yeah, we can go to the cart, guys. I'm just like, did you guys, is Zos, is
I mean, you can
his
just-
situation
he's-
okay?
You can just check in. He's next door down.
I'm just asking them. This
Oh,
is
okay.
just dialogue.
I peeked down the sauce Theodore room, and are they both okay? That only tells me Theodore.
Zos seems to be cuddling a pillow.
Oh, okay.
Oh, so he's in there, huh? I've been walking with you guys, I guess.
Actually, I have Franklin on me, don't I?
Yeah.
But you want to leave Franklin with Sauce?
I think so.
That's not a bad idea.
Or you could have him chill outside my sister's door, but Zos is more important.
I leave Franklin with sauce.
Do you just tell the little rat? Does the rat just follow him, or what?
I can ask Franklin to keep an eye on Sauce.
No, they're both rats.
I put Franklin on the head of the bed, I guess. Does it have like a headboard?
He's going to immediately go for a pillow.
Okay. Franklin, I want you to keep an eye on Sauce. Let us know if anything bad happens. And when we're down here, I'll give you a big treat. Okay?
Its eyes go wide and it nods a lot.
Okay.
Karen scratches her head and being totally confused about who controls this rat, but doesn't say anything, just confused.
We go to the wagon.
That's what I was going to say.
Wagon. Alright.
Is this where you do just like a voiceover at your desk, like, we go to the wagon?
Well, your sister's leaving us alone, right? Was that part of the contract?
I mean, say what you will about they are awful. She is an awful person, and
Wait,
they are awful people. But
Did you just
when
sign a
it comes to
contract
the-
without telling her to add that she would leave us alone in the contract?
I believe she said so. I mean, I don't trust her at all. Look, we just got 2,000 gold for me signing something. I honestly don't care if she upholds her side of the bargain.
I think all she wanted was for it to be over and done with.
Therrin, did you read the contract?
I believe I did. Yes, I did.
I believe I did. Wait, nope. I sure read that. 100%.
I rolled, so I did. It looked on the up and up.
Sam tilts his head incredulously and just shrugs.
But yeah, I don't trust her as far as I can throw her. So I think we should probably be very protective of this little baby as she pats the dragon's tear at her hip.
Are Susie and Marcus still attached to the wagon?
Yes.
I climb out of the wagon, I go check on Susie and Marcus while these three goobers are tucking it out.
They're enjoying the swampy air.
Sam
Okay.
looks like he's getting nauseous from the swampy air.
It's very strong up here.
I'm just gonna massage and tend to Susie and Marcus while they're...
Sounds wonderful. They're going to love you for that.
Can I toss Bata one of my bugaboo treats?
Yeah.
Yay. I have one left.
Roll to hit.
Right in the head.
I
said toss, not throw.
Be a great way to die.
Knocked over a boat by being hit in the head with a pack animal tree.
Well, we're actually on the top deck, so he could potentially fall, hit his head on the lower deck, and then roll off the side of the boat unconscious.
Sam gets pale.
Sam does not seem to be a fan of heights.
It
Perhaps.
wasn't the heights.
If you're not feeling well, Samuel, you did have that bed. If you're feeling seasick, it's probably better to be below deck than on above deck. But it's understandable. This is your car type. I figure you probably want to stay with it.
Sam thinks about all the sailors in particular packed in feet to feet, right?
Yep.
Paw to paw,
Yep, Bata.
hoof to hoof.
Yes.
And
She
then
says-
giggles with delight and frolics down into the bunks.
He says, I think I'd stay further away from the water, thank you. Up here on top deck.
Actually, please make a spot check there, Sam, since you're paying attention to the water.
Looking at it uncomfortably.
no. Oh no.
Nothing.
7?
You see
Just-
lots of water.
Despite the water being a little murky, it still has a shimmer to it.
A shimmer of...
Light
The sickly light from the canopies
The canopies?
on the boat.
Oh.
above you.
Oh.
It's trees.
I thought this was nighttime.
We set unspecified locomotion motive at dawn, right, or something? He said it was like daytime when they
You left like at night, and
Yeah.
it was going into day, and then you were accosted by a domestic dispute, and that took a while, and then you exited. So it's probably dawn. It'll be hard to see at this point with how deep you're getting into the marsh.
But there's some light.
So it's dawn?
Dawn, but it's gonna look very dim in here. In fact, some of the Goatkin are gonna start lighting lanterns.
Y'all,
We should probably get some rest.
do y'all figure out what you want to do?
I
Bata
was
says as he comes back from
the
the
Bugaloos.
Bugaloos.
I was going to stay in the wagon myself. I'm not keen on being in a multi-bunkhouse with a bunch of sailors.
I can respect that. As
Yeah.
Sam tucks at his bedroll.
You're fine, Arden, you're fine staying in this wagon with this, and pats the dragon steer again.
Yes, I am. If there's anybody that can protect it, it would. Well, not to say that you two haven't been doing your parts, but I have many plans in place to protect it against that monster. So I would prefer not to stray from it at all.
Okay, because I'm pretty sure Abigail still wants it. I'm actually surprised she didn't bring it up. She said
Well-
to sign the thing and walk away.
Well, it is probably a very deplorable thing for me to say out loud, but if she does successfully manage to steal it from her, her death will be the pay she gets for it.
I can drink to that.
Arden remembers that bottle of whiskey he has in his bag, and then is like, no, just no.
I don't think I have any booze, actually. Therrin rummages through her thing. Her bag.
It may sound like
Can I toast to this?
It's actually quite liberating on paper, being disassociated with them.
From what she said, it sounds like that does still put you at an inherent risk because she may send people after you, or other people may come after you. Your posters are still strewn about the place.
She could have always done that. I wouldn't have even been surprised if she didn't.
She didn't know where to look.
No. Fortune was in her favor to find us, but
I'll just,
We need to get
I'll
off
just
this
keep the
boat as soon
months
as
of
possible.
searching for you across the continent to myself then. But I need some rest, and there's room for you here as well, Therrin. And I did mean what I said. I do apologize for misjudging the importance of your family. You were right.
you would not be the first people that they fooled. In fact, all of the cross thinks they are the upper echelon of what a family should be.
I have not spoken to my family since I was inducted to the college. I've sent at least 50 letters to them over the years and never received a single response. it made me feel very lonely to never actually see my family, or hear from them, or even know how they are. They could be dead for all I know.
Bata's heart breaks just a little bit.
Are you sitting outside listening? Just like
Yeah.
But it's good to know that I don't need to have my family to not be alone.
well, I've tried to stay away from them, and they don't leave me alone. So the fact that yours is leaving you alone, I don't know how that feels.
It's not desirable. But regardless, you've still proven that the family is not necessary to be happy. So,
Definitely not mine.
well, it may be hard to forget about them and move on, especially if they do seek active vengeance against you. Which I expect to probably come by the time we land in port, to be quite frank.
Therrin grumbles.
We'll be there, and I will continue to protect you from whatever harm comes your way.
During our conversation, Therrin has rolled out her bedroll and does a long sigh and says, "Thank you, Arden," and proceeds to sleep holding the dragon's tear next to her chest.
Like, wrapped up and stuff, right?
It is wrapped up, yes.
Okay, so we don't have a luminescent glowing orb.
No.
It's a
Your hair
nightlight.
seems to have almost fully recovered.
What's that?
Your hair has seemed almost fully recovered. You're at 80%, Serval.
Oh, this means that we're gonna have a terrible combat soon.
You know, I feel... That makes me happy. This is the first session I didn't ask that right away.
Well, maybe if you let it be, it's like watching the grass grow. It's gonna go slower if you watch it all the time. Arden's also going to roll out his bedroll and take the last little length of bandage from his pack and facing the corner of the wagon, so he's got his back turned to anybody else who may be in there. He's going to slowly unravel the bandage from his hand that got covered in blood from his face and look down at his hand and think about Munis and what just went on between Abigail and Therrin and everything that's happened pretty much up until this point, and quietly cry to himself as he rebandages his arm with the fresh bandage, thinking about how he got his scars and what they mean.
You know about this, like, still outside the wagon looking in, right?
Oh, you're looking in now. You're not just like...
He's been looking in this whole time.
Yeah,
Jeez, man.
he came back and asked a question, and then everybody kind of had a moment. So, is it, like, obvious you're still awake?
Yeah, he's sitting up.
Okay.
Wait, does Bata see you removing your bandages?
Oh, he's not like trying to be super stealthy about it. He's just trying to get what privacy he can in the back of the wagon.
Well,
There's probably a level of assumption when you have walls around you that you're okay.
No, it's not. How well can he see, I guess?
Make a spot check.
that natural one.
Yep.
-1.
Yes, like a 0.
It's too dark in the wagon. Make a
Okay.
listen check, though.
Why am I making a listen check?
Because you might be able to hear us crying.
Oh no!
I said quietly crying.
11.
11? That range.
Maybe just a...
You might be able to hear a little muffled crying coming from a wee little puppo.
Well, Sam was just going to be like...
Thanks.
There you go.
Sam was just going to say aloud, Mr. Renshaw,
Whoa.
without any knowledge of any of that happening there.
Arden's going to look up from his arm and, still facing the corner, pulling his arm close to himself, kind of give a muffled, "What do you want, Sam?"
Sam scoffs quietly and then tries his best. It sounds like you didn't have a very good courier to send your letters to your family. If you'd like, I'll make sure I come back with one. As in a letter, not a courier.
Oh. I'll get you a better courier.
We'll hook you up.
Arden's going to take a few deep sighs to try and compose himself and turn his head slightly, still keeping his face hidden by the cloak hood. I hope it was a bad courier. I'm sorry.
Oh.
I appreciate it. maybe next time I write a letter, if I feel the urge, I'll contact you. I just don't feel like writing right now.
Well, all right then.
Is my bedroll still in the wagon?
Yeah. I mean, you weren't carrying on yet.
Yep.
And after a long pause, Arden will go back to slowly wrapping his arm.
You gonna get your bedroll, Bata?
Well, actually, don't you have a room?
I do.
It's a room full of big burly peoples.
Big sailor men,
Yeah, you don't really need the bedroll unless
Go.
you're gonna.
bristling with muscles.
Bristling with muscles?
Bata's gonna go and contemplate the family values that are out here and the rest of the world, apparently, because hearing the sad stories between the Sergo and the dog.
Oh man, yeah, it's like you just watched some like Jerry Springer or something.
minus the pulling at hair part.
No, we were this close to pulling each other's hair.
Yes.
We had a drag out fight.
So you just walk to the edge of the boat, they stare out.
Sam
Where are you gonna do that on the board?
Sam walks up near Bata.
Is this like the top of the boat?
Not necessarily behind, but near Bata.
These are the two top.
Where are these tops in relation to... Okay. I think it's just like here.
Okay.
And Sam's coming too?
Mm-hmm. And watches uncomfortably as you lean over the edge of the boat.
Whoa.
Not like gonna jump in.
So you just like all slouched on the side, just like.
No, actually, he's doing the Titanic right now. He's arched, his back is arched, his hands are in the air, and his lush fur is blowing in the wind.
Oh, yeah, are we going fast enough that lush fur can blow in the wind?
You're going
Let's say
about
great-
10 miles an hour.
Great
How many?
magical voice in the sky.
How many knots?
I purposely avoided that.
But did you not indicate it is stormy?
There is some strong winds.
So, lush fur billowing in the wind.
Okay, I'll take that. Then after I clear my head, I turn around and I guess I see Sam.
Sam is like hanging back from the edge of the boat, just kind of looks nervous.
Where are you going to sleep?
He's like, I find it hard to sleep on these anymore.
Why is that?
Sam takes a deep breath and says, maybe another time.
Alright.
But he will wiggle his way forward and carefully lean against the edge of the boat. Next to Bata.
It's a pretty big railing. I don't think you're
What? Dude, why are you like rubbing up against me? There's tons of space on this boat.
That's what I thought you were saying.
So you
Lots
just give
of
him a
rail
weird
here.
look, and then, like carefully getting
I
to the
meant-
railing.
I
Just
meant
like,
the height of the rail is tall enough that you won't fall off the boat.
Like, it is stormy.
is there some like family backstory with you with the boat?
Can't eyebrow wiggle in a kigu.
Oh, I pat Sam on the back. He's
Is
just
that
a gentle pat,
Okay.
not a pushing you over the edge. Pat.
is that the same pat you gave in the wagon that knocked him out cold?
No. We should go pass out because
What's the landscape like? Is it just jungle?
It's not
Huge.
jungle.
huge marsh.
It's a huge marsh. There's things growing here, but they're things that thrive on the rot and decay of other things.
It's probably noisy.
There is some noise with bugs, but it's also got the smaller bugs and larger ones.
But do a spot check.
Why?
I'm already sleepy
Oh
because he
yeah.
casted the snoozy spell.
I guess I can do the spot check.
You already tried one. You could like.
I tried with water.
Shimmering water.
The short. Whee. Okay, 19.
My goodness, those spiders are large.
Oh boy.
Under the water, there's spiders the size of bugaloo and silkies eating small underwater creatures, breaking open shells and
Is it like a
tearing out
frenzy?
mussels.
Like they're everywhere?
Not everywhere,
Okay.
but this seems to be where they live, and they're able to walk around on the bottom of the marsh and swim through it, it looks like.
This is normal.
Bata's just like, oh, don't worry about those.
No, I've never seen those
Yeah.
before.
Well,
but I assume it's normal.
I'm trying to think. So Sam would know what they are, right?
Knowledge nature check or bardic knowledge.
I mean, Sam's probably done this trip several times.
That's true.
Yeah.
But if he does,
That's
then
what I'm saying.
then I can maybe tell him additional things. He may not know his player.
Yeah. Okay, I guess that'll be nature. I don't want to touch it because it's
You-
a natural 20
Nope.
in my lab.
So, these are a very communal kind of spider. They'll hunt together, they'll help each other. There have been times that they've even gotten skeletons to work for them. They'll catch people in their webs, and in the right locations in marshes like this, they might spontaneously raise.
Oh, so you mean literally
Yeah, they just remove all the flesh.
undead skeletons?
Yeah,
Okay.
and then
Sam looks very uncomfortable.
they use them.
And tense.
You alright, Sam?
The spiders are proficient at teaching each other things. They're very adaptive learners. Sometimes they even attach to boats like this so they don't have to expend energy to get to another part of the marsh.
And what do we call these lovely fauna?
Marsh skippers. Water spiders.
That's not cute.
And is
That's
there
terrifying.
is there a
And when they're truly hungry and there's no other food, they have been known to fire their webs at people on boats and pull them into the water.
yeah?
Quickly separating them from their larger group.
I like that we're hearing about this before it's happening. So now you know this.
They also have the ability to coat their legs with different chemicals to exude them out of their flesh and walk on water.
These things sound nightmarish.
Sam, you look really tense. What's wrong?
Say, so Sam is gonna grab as well as he can Bata's arm and like try and tug him back from the edge of the boat.
Okay, I follow. I follow Sam.
Okay, and then we kind of just collect. Is that a wall?
These?
Oh yeah,
Benches.
this part.
Who put
Oh, yeah, that's a
benches
wall.
on the side of the boat when it's
The passenger liner, I assume, since they have cabins.
when the water skippers
Wait.
will just pull you down if you're sitting there?
We have the finest places to watch the water.
Yes.
This
Sam-
is the best boat.
Sam will pull Bata back
Okay.
and just say like, "There's a lot of water skippers in there right now,"
What? Oh, okay.
and then Bata.
I just follow Mr. Sam. Well,
He says that thinking you'd know it, but you probably don't.
I don't know.
Okay. So you have like a blank look on your face.
Huh?
He's like,
Like water skippers sound really adorable.
Ooh, water skippers.
Sam just shakes his head like they are general high.
We did step back a bit.
But we start scrutinizing where it's like, okay, like my hand's on my weapon. Like I already said.
I'm mostly concealed by the bench so I get cover, right?
Cover mechanics engage.
So, Sam, we should probably just go to bed. It's dawn.
Some elegant music greets your ears. It's low, quiet, somber, clear.
Oh, I didn't know the sun could play music.
Romantic.
At times.
Okay, is there a discernible direction it is coming from?
It's coming from the other side of the back of the boat. It's weaving around the bank.
That sounds like some good sleeping music.
Good sleeping music, but I wonder who is playing it.
Oh, it's probably a sailor.
I didn't see any sailors with instruments, right? I assume it has to be an instrument.
It's a voice from
Oh,
a older lady. Kind of sounds like.
So like we're peeking around like,
It's probably just another passenger. I'm tired.
Bata is lullabied. Oh great.
And this is making me even sleepier. Oh, all right. Well, I guess
Well-
you want to go. You want? You can go check it out.
Sam is intrigued and also terrified at the same time
No, let's.
by the sights of over the railing. So
And the only way to get up to the cart level is that ladder over there that's very close to the back of the boat.
So you want to go?
we go through the cabin area to get to the other side.
Worried about exposing yourself to the water skippers?
Yes. Very. Yes.
They're just in the water with their asses in the air like, we're gonna get them!
That's what's playing out in Sam's mind. It's not actually happening, but he's like,
No, if you, I'll go with you.
so Sam says, well, I'm really interested in whoever's singing that song, but if you'd like, you can go to bed
No,
in the cart.
I'll go with you. Sounds lovely.
Is he just like, are you just,
It's
is
starting
Bata
to mingle languages.
recognizable languages?
Some of it is the older languages of your people.
Is he
Older
cognizant
speak.
enough to recognize it?
Might be.
My bare ears flicker at a few of the words being said. All right,
I guess that answers that question, and Sam will help pull Bata along through the cabin area. Can I toss my key at the door as I go by and just be like,
You can throw stuff all over the place if you want.
Sure.
You're your own person.
Like, God, useless key. Okay.
we come out the other side.
Well, the beautiful and elegant music is coming from an older Yin, sitting on the side of the boat, looking over the water, moving to her own melody.
And I recognize some of the language that this song is in.
Some of it.
Some of it.
It seems she's blending maybe 4 or 5 different languages together.
The yin, you say?
But
Yes.
Bata doesn't want to interrupt because it does sound lovely.
Yeah, Sam also flicks his ears and is trying to get a handle on the harmonics.
Good. Please make a will save.
Sam, what did you do?
I don't know, but
You're also more vulnerable to it because of Lullaby.
I rolled a natural
he
20.
rolled the natural 20.
Okay.
Sam got a 15.
It's a very captivating song. It's almost like you don't want to leave.
Even with his
Like it's-
natural 20?
I'm not saying it has him
Oh, okay.
in a vice lock, but it is nice music.
It is lovely. But I
And
am
sing.
very sleepy and the bed sounds very comfy right now.
Well,
Did you want to ask her about the music?
it's like it's very beautiful.
Is that-
And
Are you telling her that?
I'm just saying it out loud, I
Oh,
guess. Not necessarily trying to keep it quiet. So it's just like you want to stay and listen?
Do you feel fascinated, perhaps?
That
Perhaps.
would be a lot along the lines.
Fascinated?
Excuse me, ma'am. It's a ma'am, I assume.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'm sorry, ma'am. Sorry to.
Am I interrupting your sleep,
No,
young fella?
no.
So she keeps singing?
No, she's going to stop and
Okay.
turn to both of you.
It's actually really lovely. I wasn't aware that. Where did you learn some of that language?
I'm a world traveler.
Oh, okay. Like,
What does this yin look like?
She looks plain, but her body movements are really smooth.
Like dancer-like?
Yes,
Okay.
like someone who's very physically active. And has
Graceful.
to do things that involve control of balance and precision. They're wearing a modest dress, black and purple.
Okay, Sam just admonishes your singing voice is very beautiful. Where or how did you learn to sing like that?
Practice, my boy.
Sam nods and blushes a little bit and kind of stammers like, could
Would you like to sit down with me? Your friend seems like he needs to go to bed.
it's just like, I don't know.
are you okay, Sam?
It seems manipulative. That's just me.
If you want me to stay, I'll stay.
Sam will look at Bata and just be like, what do you want to do, Bata?
Oh, well, if we can stay up for a little longer.
But Sam will like, why thank you, milady, and then sit down next to her.
Okay, Bata, where would you like to be?
I guess that's a wall, right?
No, it's a bench.
No, right here.
This time you're behind.
This time,
Yes, that is where I want it to be. Just not.
from the top of the boat, you just hear a.
Oh goodness.
What are both of you doing out here? I come here at least once a year to meet people and see the state of the world.
Sam will like shuffle up and be, well, we're delivering some valuable cargo to the festival of the mushroom people.
Ah, I see. That's wonderful. I hope you enjoy that festival. It really brings out the spirit of the old ways.
The old ways,
Yes.
questioningly.
I'm sure... What's your name, young man?
My name's Bata.
I'm sure you've been taught many of the old ways.
Bata blinks a few times, kind of wakes up a little bit. Well,
The tokens, the tears.
how are you familiar with all this?
I've traveled many places and known many people. Yours, in particular, are
Oh.
a favorite bunch.
Oh, do we let you in often?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Well, that's pretty neat. What's your name, ma'am? I'm sorry. If you don't have to, if it's
Can't
too
quite
private.
remember the title they gave me. I'm sorry.
Oh, it's okay. I'm sure. If I ask around the guards, they'll let me know.
What's your name?
My name is Sam, madam.
Mm.
And
What kind of grand journey are you both on? I love collecting stories.
I'm a courier, and my big bear friend here,
I'm simply exploring the lands outside of my home.
That's irregular.
Yeah, it's just I guess it's just a little bit, but it's been fun so far.
Are you traveling with any friends?
Oh, Mr. Sam here.
we have a few companions
Hmm.
also here on the boat.
Troubled chemistry.
Whoa.
Whoa, that's a strange assumption.
Oh, she's right though. It's fun.
Is that what you say, Bata?
Yeah, it keeps things interesting.
Okay.
Oh boy.
So things are getting better. We all came together somewhat by chance, and it's been a rough journey so far.
I mean, we don't all like each other, but we still care and look after one another. So it works out.
Up in the cabin is just a little image of Arden just patting Therrin on the shoulder.
He does care.
I cried myself to sleep.
If you don't mind me asking, it sounds like it's worth the effort.
I believe our client wishes that to be not necessarily a secret, but
It's just some package to the festival.
discreet.
Well, I suppose you're serving your role then.
Oh my god. Right. I'm the only one that knows that we're on a smuggling ship, right?
Yes.
After all, if you don't make your own plans, you'll quickly become a part of someone else's.
I suppose that's true enough, madam. Did we ever get your name?
Jade, please shake my hand.
Sam shakes her hand.
That was quite a long handshake.
Yeah, that was an awkwardly long handshake.
I felt he needed instruction.
Oh.
On how to handshake?
You seem absent-minded. Must be the tired.
Sam will just say, yeah, a little distracted. We've been up for quite some time, and I don't particularly like traveling on boats.
Well, you won't have to travel for much longer.
It's eerily prophetic.
Oh,
Well, I don't think it takes that much prophetic skill. You're going to presumably leave in a day or so.
You a little nervous, Sam? Like everything, you're just like, that's weird. Why did you say that?
He is nervous about the spiders, okay?
Okay.
There's a reason for it.
I'm sure Miss Jade, Mrs. or Mrs. Madame, ma'am.
I would go with
Madam.
I would go with madam.
I'm sure Madame Jade has done this trip several times, and she's
Many, many times.
you practically know like clockwork when we arrive, right?
Well, everyone got on the boat about the same time, I'd imagine.
Oh yeah.
I like this area because interesting people travel through here. In the town you're likely headed to you're headed to the festival, correct?
Yes.
That's right.
Yeah.
That is, I think, the best place in the world to meet the most varied group of people with the most interesting experiences.
It is kind of a big deal around these parts, so yeah.
It's not often that the fungal folk join in. They don't usually like leaving their territory. It becomes very lonely for them when they can't talk freely amongst themselves. It's being unbound.
I've had
Have you ever heard of how they talk?
I've had a few dealings with the fungal folk delivering them things, but I'm not too learned on their specific ways, no.
Well, something that's very fascinating about them is that in the areas they've lived the longest, their spores have entered the soil and they have completely taken over. They regulate the food, different plants that grow, and if they decide to bury themselves a bit in the soil, they can talk to each other through these connections.
Oh.
So, that's quite interesting and seems very, very useful.
It's a way to feel like you're a part of something greater. And stepping away from it for them is rather... How would you describe leaving your people?
It was certainly a difficult task.
Well, I commend you.
But, I mean, it's been worth it.
The familiarity, the ease, the common understanding, and the care that can come from that are so precious.
Yes. I am getting tired. I
Okay.
think it was nice meeting you, Madame Jade, but
It was good meeting you.
Sam.
You look like you may have a little more energy. Would you like to learn my song?
Oh,
You seemed...
okay, ma'am.
Interested.
If you're offering, I would very much like some tips, yes.
Please stay.
Okay, all right. Bata, can you make it back to the cart?
I would like to listen just one more time, because it sounds lovely.
Okay, she's going to make a check to see how well she does, and then she's going to make a teaching check. So she's going to be coaching you the whole way through. Feel free to join in too if you want to.
Do we sing a duet?
I am, yes.
I might regulate you to the choir to start with.
I am interested in joining because of a
You
choice
feel compelled?
No, the choice of language is actually, well, interesting to Bata, so.
That's the first person you've encountered that
Yeah.
knows anything about your lands.
14 for Mr. Bata.
You catch all of the references to your own people, and seems that this lady really has a fond appreciation of them.
Oh.
And how they take care of the tiers, and how they're discerning about who they let into their lands.
I like her.
Okay. This will also determine how much you can get out of the song, because this kind of song is more akin to a Bohemian Rhapsody, where it goes all over the place.
Okay.
Well, do I roll 2?
Yes.
No. Sam did 22.
22?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You're going to discover that this song actually includes enough for many, many lifetimes of experiences, references.
So
And
it's
also,
it's like a ballad.
yes, and it makes reference to events that have happened over the course of over 300 years.
So
And there's an underlying sadness and loneliness near the end of the song.
Am I able to perceive that, or is it just
Yes.
both of us, I assume?
And I think part of your understanding of that in particular, make a sense motive check. Based on the song, it seems that if it is very closely attached to her, there aren't a lot of people she can relate to. Whomever or whatever the song is about someone who's had such a breadth of experience that...
But so I get a sense all of it is important to her.
Yes.
Yeah. But not necessarily. So the song's done. We're all done
Mhm.
doing it. Okay.
Yeah.
That's it. Man, that's so beautiful. Where did you learn this song?
I wrote it.
You wrote it.
I wrote it myself.
All of this history and knowledge, you had that all.
People live finite lives, and if they want to have a meaningful impact, they need to strive to have that impact. Otherwise, individual decisions don't really help change the world for the better. And I can't live, personally, a life that will not have meaningful impact. So meeting people like you and seeing how the world's changing is very heartwarming to me.
So Sam was is that why history is so important in this song?
Yes.
Want to preserve it?
People who forget history often are going to not learn from it, and because of that, they will operate with our most base instincts. And those are predictable and repeatable in such a way that the world doesn't get better.
It's rather profound, madam. I applaud your skill in crafting this
Thank you,
piece.
sir. Sir Sam. Sir Bata. Thank you for your time.
Do you, by chance, have this written somewhere?
No, I've memorized it.
It's a very good memory, then.
How long was this song?
You were out here for 30 minutes.
Wow.
It's when we say it's a ballad, it's there are
Production.
it's like the Odyssey basically,
Yeah.
except in song form. Did we pick up any specific piece of knowledge from the song?
I will
Like,
let you
did
roll
we-
for that tomorrow morning.
Oh my god. So everybody's drowsy and she's looking tired. So Sam will be like, "Well, thank you so much for this opportunity, ma'am. I've learned a lot, and it's obvious you are a woman of high standing."
I like
And-
to think of myself
and character.
that way. And she's going to take her shoes off and start laying about on the bench.
Just laying on the bench.
Sam's like, "Ma'am, do you not have a bed to sleep in?"
I don't have one that isn't occupied by a large sailor.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
It's like, well, I have. Yeah.
Why would they not just yield a bed to you?
Oh, I want them to enjoy the simple things while they can.
Again, this isn't in character, but again, oddly prophetic.
And I'll have a better chance of meeting people out here.
It's like, well, I have a key I could offer you to just another sailor's cabin, but otherwise we kind of just sleep in our cart.
Enjoy.
No, you have a good night,
So
man.
are you going to be fine out here then?
I'll be very pleasantly taken care of.
Okay then. Do you need blankets or anything?
No.
All right.
I've enchanted my robes to keep me comfortable.
Oh, you're. So it wasn't obvious before now that she was a magic user, right?
No.
Okay. So I said,
Bata is getting the hint that she wants to go to sleep.
Sam's enamored.
Like Sam. And
It's like, well,
It's like somebody's getting ready for bed. Sam's like, "What's that magic thing? What's that thing? What?
How'd you do
What's
it?
going on?" Bata's like, dude.
this
Oh,
like
they-
because
they-
this beautiful song amongst these sailors with their sailor songs. He's like, "Okay, ma'am, so sorry for bothering you." So is that like Bata just like poked him in the back?
Bata put his hand on
Yeah.
Sam's shoulder. It's like, oh, it's
He's like, "Okay, ma'am, so sorry to keep you up. I hope you have a pleasant morning."
Hopefully we'll see you in the morning.
And then we leave
You should go up the ladder and go to bed.
No,
carefully.
we don't go
Away
up,
from the edge
we
of the
don't go
boat.
up the ladder. We go. Wait, is the thing up the ladder?
Yeah.
It is up the ladder.
We carefully go up the ladder.
I look up the ladder. I look down the cabin.
You want to make a spot check for those water
Yes.
skippers?
Don't look into the abyss, man.
18.
Do you have a much better view on the ladder?
Mm-hmm. Well,
There
Sam
are
does.
there are more than you expected.
Is there a rush roll? Like,
And there's a great shadow that's been cast across the water. It looks like a giant one.
Oh boy.
I don't see this, so I don't care.
Again, is there anything I need to do to like rush as quickly as possible?
You can just do that.
Okay. I do that.
Oh,
Wait, did Bata
Bata
just
looks really confused at this scrambling monkey man.
I must be really good at... I'm actually not that good at climbing.
No, okay, I'll just climb up after him, I guess.
Can I be like flat to the top of the ladder and be like, Bata, come on, quick, quick.
Alright, I just make my way up the ladder.
Slowly.
I am tired. I'm unaware.
Yeah, Sam just looks stressed. Like,
The shadow barely passes over Bata's body. And as he reaches the top of the ladder, it becomes clear that this is the shadow cast by a large tree.
I mean,
Oh, the true terrors of the world.
You had me going there. Oh my god.
Sam grits his teeth. He's like,
What? What's wrong?
Sam says, nothing, let's just go to bed.
Alright, fine. Climb to the wagon, get in my bedroll.
Oh, we're not going to your room?
I was contemplating that before climbing up the ladder, yes.
But then you're just like, Sam's all being weird.
Yes.
So nobody's going to sleep with the sailors?
Oh, well, hey, Therrin, you can still go down there.
I'm crying in my circle tears, sleeping in them.
Sleeping in tears?
Yeah, I guess we climb in, Circle's crying. It's
Asleep. It's already done. I'm not crying while
Okay.
sleeping.
You cried yourself to sleep.
Yes.
oh, okay.
Did Popo cry himself to sleep?
No. He You finish bandaging his arm up, and then you put the bloody bandage to the side of his bedroll, and probably quietly lay down.
Okay. We sleep.
Sleep. Does anything happen?
Oh, we're going to Burning Man, aren't we?
Make the skill check appropriate. So it'll be perform oral. Or oratory. I usually abbreviate it.
Leave that in, please.
I usually abbreviate it on my own sheets because oral is a
Totally-
lot shorter
totally
than
natural.
oratory.